Hello everybody, again, welcome back to the channel. I got something a little special from you. I've had a lot of you contact me and ask me to make this comparison, and so here we go. Be right back with you. Hang in there. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. It would really help out a whole lot. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, because I read all your comments. We have discussions, this kind of like that. It's really nice. And don't forget to share with your friends and your enemies. Here we go. Let's get started here. A lot of people have been asking me about if I could compare these two rucks. This is a hidden Woodsman right here. This is their day ruck. And this right here is the Savotta 25 liter. They're both 25 liters. But there's a big difference in these two rucksacks. And we're going to talk about those differences. It's not just the color. You know, Hidden Woodsman is made in the United States. And it's a great company. And they make some great products. I love their products right here. And they're great for the outdoors, for day hikes, it's kind of like that. I do see people overload them a lot, and that's one of the biggest problems I see with a lot of rucksacks, backpacks, this kind of stuff. People tend to overload them. This thing actually has the 10 essentials in it, okay? And so does this one right here, has the 10 essentials in it, all right? But if you see, I've left the water bottle out because that's not in either one of them. And, well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about I'm going to show you the 10 essentials I put in there and how, exactly how it all weighs out and what these rucks are really made for. The Hidden Woodsman rucksack is really built for outdoor weekends, this kind of stuff, hiking, some camping, overnight stuff, but it's mostly a travel bag, I would say, or an outdoor bag, but it's not really a military bag. It's not there for that. This is 500D, really good quality. I mean, really well made, good design. There are a few little things about it that I question, but in general, it's a really good design rucksack, day pack, and it's well set up. The guys behind Hidden Woodsman, Christoph, I believe his name is. He makes these based off of historical packs from the past, actually, and he's done a very good job. This right here, and that's exactly what it is. This pack right here, which is called, I think it's called the, I can't remember the name, but Kahakka, I can't remember how. It means assault pack, actually, in Finnish, and it's made by Savotta, and this is a 1000D material, but also it's a waterproof barrier inside the material, and really good rucksack. And it is an assault pack. It's a military grade pack right here, and it's made for military use. One thing I can tell you about these two packs right here, you can overload them, and they get heavy and they get very uncomfortable. Okay, so I have videos about these packs. You can look back in the history of my videos, and I'll try to see about linking them, but you can see these packs right here historically in my videos. But the thing I want to do today is I wanted to make the comparison between them, okay? This right here is a good outdoor pack. This right here it does outdoor stuff, but it's a really good military pack, an assault pack. And you're able to carry what you need to with it, okay? So the Hidden Woodsman, of course, has the Molly or the PALS webbing on the outside, which comes in handy, and we're going to talk more about that here in a minute. And pretty standard day pack stuff, 25 liters for me, personally, it's a little bit light, but it's really good for a day pack. It's fine, if you want to just, go for a day hike, this kind of like that, you can get your 10 essentials in there. It all works, or an overnight, you can get some overnight stuff if you're traveling, this kind of stuff. You go into the city, this kind of stuff. It's a really good pack for that. It's really well made for that, and it'll work, actually. The Savotta here, this thing right here is it's just bomb proof. It's made for everything, and it's a good quality pack. For a lot of people, it could be a whole lot. It could be too much than what you would really need, but it's really a solid pack. I made some modifications to it with some of the straps, kind of stuff, and you can see that in my videos. And some of the things nice about it is that you can take off, you can change the shoulder. So if you find yourself something a little bit wider or heavier duty suspension system, you can actually take it off and change it. You can put them aside inside of it, kind of like that. It does have a moose padding here that you can take out, where the Hidden Woodsman doesn't have that. And it has more storage possibilities. One thing it has on it that I like a lot is these outside are these outside pockets. And these things right here allow you to put your water bottles or whatever else you got on the outside, and then you can tighten them up, and it works really well for that. I like that feature. Where the hidden Woodman here, you can actually attach pouches to the outside of it, whatever size you may have, and you can basically do the same thing by attaching pouches. And they do sell pouches that attach to the outside of it. I don't happen to have any, but I have some other various amount of pouches right here, and we're going to pull those out, and we're going to talk about how that works. Yes, like I said, this is a military pack. As any camouflage, you have this pockets on both sides right here to store gear, whatever, you know. And this thing, like I said, it's pretty solid right here. Okay. The hidden Woodsman has a sleeve right here that you can slide an axe if you want to, which is really nice. You know, you see I haven't used up hardly any of all of the space in it. What it's not here doesn't, but it does have some PALS webbing on the outside here, which you can attach some pockets. But you know what? I'll show you in a minute. It's not very good. It's not very good. So what I've done is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 10 essentials out of here and show you, well, I don't really need to do that, but I'm going to put them and arrange them inside the other pack, which I've done this before in a previous video, just to give you an idea, you know, of the 10 essentials, what I carry. And of course a water bottle with a mug. This mug allows you to be able to cook in it or drink something out of it. You know, you can filter water, you can do some pre-filtering. My first aid kit, my fire kit. Okay, I got a little bit of food with me. I got a rain jacket with me. And I always add a poncho liner. This right here is a bit of a big one, but I add a poncho liner to it. And also in here, I have my map kit, you know, for navigation with some writing stuff in there. And I have a fixed blade knife. Okay, I also carry a pocket knife with me, and that's basically, I also have some water filtration, this kind of like that if I need to. And so if I'm out hiking, I'll have that with me. So it's a little bit of an add-on, but also have in my first aid kit some purity tabs, just kind of like that also, so I can do some water purification. All this will easily fit into the Savotta, which is, like I said, this is like a little tank right here. This thing is the way it's set up. Now, normally I'd put all this stuff in a waterproof bag, but I just want to show you, without having to go through all that today, you know, just how it works out. Get it all back in here. There's also some nice pockets on the outside, which come in handy because you can get gear like your first aid kit on the outside. Okay, my first aid kit, I have a Velcro masculine panel on it, which this right here doesn't have a whole lot. I could actually fix it right there if I wanted to, but I'm gonna stick it inside this pocket right here. All right, put my water bottle and this kind of stuff on the outside here. I'll usually put my knife on the outside also, and my map case right here so I can get to it. That's on the outside. Put my food inside. My fire kit is going inside also. Water purification, and my hat. Put it in there. Okay. Now sunglasses I'll be carrying on me, this kind of stuff, so that I don't have to worry about. You can also add a few other things like some extra socks, just kind of like that to it. If you want to, warm sweater you can add to it, but don't take away from your 10 essentials. Okay. And all this right here tightens up, so everything is snug in there. Okay. This pack is heavier than this pack right here, which is quite light, but it's all in there. It's all comfortable, and you can easily, like I said, I'll get on my back here. You see how it fits. Very, very comfortable. Chest strap. It also has a waist part, which I never use because it's actually quite a light rucksack, and this works out great for a day pack. You know, if you're out and about, you know, hiking, whatever you're doing, this works out really well for that. So what I don't suggest you do, and I've run into this with Savotta on this pack specifically. It has two Molly or two PALS attachments here. Okay, and this is the back of their packs, their pouches here. And you can actually arrange both of them here. It adds too much weight if you start filling those things up. Now, if you're a soldier, that's not a bad idea, but I would actually, you know, a salt pack right here is actually quite good, especially with your belt and this kind of stuff like that. But attaching it, it becomes all flimsy and flanky. It doesn't hang on. It just will not sit on it for very long. It's always popping off. Even when you put the compression straps around it, it moves around a lot. And I think it's a poor design on Savotta's part. They should have put a full array of pals on here, which would have made this pouch, the possibility of adding something to the back of it a lot better, and much more secure. This way it's not very secure, and that bugs the heck out of me when I see that. Okay, so you only have one line of pals here and one line here on the bottom, and you're supposed to make that work. Now you have these side pouches, which makes up for everything for me. I like these flexible side pouches are compressible, and they don't eat into the volume of the rucksack. Whatever's in it sitting on the outside completely, and that's a great deal, because quite often you'll see rucksacks that have a pocket on the outside of it, but it pushes, when you put something in it, it eats up a lot of the inside of the volume of the pack because they're too small. This right here is a great design right here. The only way it could have been even better is put a lid on it, but it really doesn't need it. You know, it's actually quite good the way it is. One thing I do like about the Hidden Woodsman is that you have a full array of pals webbing here, and you can attach, if you need to, you know, this pocket to the outside of it right here. And I have some other pockets over here, other pouches. You know, this is the Helicon Tex. They're bushcraft. It's like a you know, bushcraft pocket pouch, which you can get a canteen into it. You can get other things into it. You can, even if you're a hunter, you can get, you know, your magazines in there if you have an AR or something like that. But it's a really good pouch. I do recommend this right here. It's quite good, and you can easily attach this to the side of it, and it works very, very well actually on the side of it. One thing I wanted to try out, which I haven't done yet, and that is the large sustainment pouches from the Molly 2 rucksack. I wanted to see how they fit, or how they would fit on the system, to see how they would blend, how they would work with it, if they would fit, if they would work with it, you know. So we're going to try that also out here today, and give you an idea of that too. I haven't done this yet. I haven't played with any of this stuff yet. I wanted to do it right here in front of you to show you my opinion straight on the bat. This right here does fit well. It's actually quite well done. Okay, yeah, it's quite well done here. It all fits in here pretty well. The system does. This makes me happy because I don't have to dolly around with you know, trying to find out what pouches do, what don't, and why they don't, just kind of stuff like that. And this actually does fit on there quite nicely on the side. And like I said, you can get extra gear inside here, and you can actually expand on the outside of the backpack. Let me see something here. This is the Molly 2 sustainment pouch. I don't know if it'll work. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if it's wide enough. Because it's 4 wide, a little bit larger than 4 wide. And if I look at it, this is actually 5 wide, so it's a little bit too large for it. Okay, it would need another one here, 5 to 6 wide, and that you can actually attach to the outside of it. Not all of it though. So this right here will not work for it, you know. But if you had a couple of these right here together, you can put it on the panel, you can wear it like a backpack. It has that much volume with it. I also have this is my binocular case right here. You guys have seen it before in other previous videos, and this right here will definitely fill in the outside of it. So if you want to carry your binoculars with you, you can do that. And now when it comes to these right here, I think that these will fit on it. Just have to give it a try here. Pull all this out. I stopped using these right here because they sort of like, I've sort of replaced them with the waist pouch from Savotta, which is a really good one. I like it a lot. And I'll use that one, or I'll use the U.S. Army issued one, which is actually quite good. Now this right here is a 3. It fits on these 3 rows actually. pop that through. A lot of people think these molly systems are difficult to deal with, but actually they're actually pretty easy to deal with. Just slide this through. I wanted to see if it was on the right place, you know. I just wish that they would have more, also the PALS webbing on the inside of this pocket too, because it would definitely help the pocket out a whole lot in being able to fit a little better. But it fits. It'll fit. It's fine. Now what it does now, it just goes through all the way to the bottom, and that's the problem. It could use some more PALS webbings on the inside of on the pocket of this Savotta pouch. Like I said, it's sort of like a, you know, Savotta makes some great equipment. I have nothing except for the price. I have nothing bad to say about them, and I understand because their stuff is made in Europe, and that is a good deal. I mean, I highly recommend Savotta gear, the Finnish company, and you can actually get their gear a little bit cheaper through the famous surplus store, which I can never say, Varoseka, I can never say it, but it does fit on it. It comes to the very bottom right here, this pouch does, and you can easily get gear inside of here, so you can see how it would work, you know. So you can use these side pouches that Hidden Woodsman have added to this right here with effect. It's quite good, but then you run into the other problem, and that's weight. And these packs, they get very uncomfortable carrying them with a whole lot of weight on them. Okay, a soldier's going to get used to it. He's going to deal with it, and he's going to learn to deal with it. Okay, but as a civilian, it's a little bit different when you're out and about. You want to go for a day hike and you've got it overloaded, got too much gear in there. It starts wearing down on your shoulders, and of course you can't. I mean, they're quite well made, but because they're attached, you can't get like maybe a larger one, like the Alice shoulder straps. They're quite large, or the new Molly shoulder straps are quite large, or something you can buy online to add to it. You know, to just give you a larger shoulder straps. Okay, but then there you go. It's a pretty simple system. I like both packs. They both have their uses. The Savotta is a higher quality pack, I would say, and it's reflected in the price. Although this pack right here is also has a hefty price to it. But these are all handmade in the United States by one person, and these right here are made, I would assume, here in Europe. I don't know exactly where, Estonia or Finland or somewhere like that. You know, it could be anywhere here in Europe. A lot of companies, they still make them, Poland and stuff like that, but I'm not really sure exactly where this right here is made at. I'd have to look into it. Maybe it's in my previous video, but anyway, you'll get an idea. But anyway, that's it. Pretty simple, this comparison. They are 25-liter packs, but this right here has these two larger pouches on the outside, which add to it. It's a heavier pack because it's a much more solid pack. It's got a lot more features to it than the Hidden Woodsman, but the Hidden Woodsman may be just the pack you need, maybe enough for you if you're just a weekender, traveling, this kind of stuff like that, or use it for an EDC, everyday carry. It's really good for that. You can get all your stuff you need in there, and you have some room left over. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it answered some questions. If you have any extra questions, leave them down below in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I know it's a bit of a quick explanation of the two. Like I said, I have much more information in other videos, but these two packs are quite good, but they are two different uses. Although this has one use, I would say this has two uses. You know, this can be a good military or a weekender. You can get it in different colors. This right here is a good weekender or, you know, day package kind of stuff. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Support the channel. I appreciate you coming and watching the videos. And I appreciate those of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, like I said, please do subscribe. Really help the channel out. Your views help the channel out too. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends and your enemies. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.